What is going on? I'm zmot. We are on the dev build, which means you guys need to throw code zmot in that creator boost in every Supercell game. Now, obviously, you've seen the thumbnails, you've seen the titles, but no surprises there. Badoosh! We got a green arrow on our headquarters. Headquarters level 25 with the upgrade button. You guys have been asking all over Discord, all over Facebook, all over Twitter, all over the place. Where is headquarters level 26? It is right here. There is your first look at headquarters level 26. We are going to start that upgrade. Come back in 3 days. No, this is the dev build. We got 1,000,000 diamonds. We are going to spend the 624 diamonds to get that done. New goodness. You'll notice we got a couple mines, we got a couple shock mines, and a bunker. We are going to jump in first and foremost with the bunker. Now, they had the option of just bringing out HQ26 all on its own. By the way, Boom Pass bringing you these build tokens being super clutch at the moment. So Boom Pass going to become more and more valuable as things go. I'm going to try and break down all the changes by section. We will leave those 2 bunkers to get building. We'll jump in to season 60 of Warships, which, notice this. Notice all the choice nodes. We've got the building choice nodes. We've got over here, we've got those boost node choice nodes. We've got our negative nodes. We've got our hammer nodes, which is for buildings. They have made it ever. There's our building, our troop node boosts. So made it slightly easier to see what those nodes were. That is a great change. Like simple, small things that only make sense. And this new dev team has been awesome for that. They are listening, they are involved, they're engaged, and just these little things. I love it. Whether or not you guys love it or not, I'll leave that up to you. But getting back to our bunkers, now that we've saved at least 1 diamond, let's diamond finish those bunkers. And this is bunker level 1. Now you have to actually have HQ26 just to get the bunker. And I think that's brilliant because low-level players, you don't need more defenses to go up against, but if you're at HQ26, then by all means, get that bunker going. Now, bunker goes from level 1 all the way up to level 8. If we have a look here, we can put 1 rifleman in our level 1 bunker. And notice that the upkeep costs 1,000 gold. We are producing 24,200 gold, so don't have any concerns about that. But if you don't have an empty map, you might struggle with that. This hourly gold production, I believe, all comes back to making gosh darn sure that you have your residences. Where the heck are our residents? I can never find there. That is our residence. Those things are making, what is that? 4,200 gold per hour. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And so if we look up here, we are producing 25,200 per hour. Back over here, our garrison, as we try and load it up. So green statues might be useful in this instance, probably not, but just showing that you do need some base production in order to keep up with that garrison. So your garrison's never going to be empty, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. But first and foremost, let's get this puppy up a little bit higher. Getting that up to level 2. Suddenly our garrison space goes up to 2. Upgrading it again. You guessed it, up to 3. Let's get that all the way up. And you'll notice that all of a sudden our air defense, kind of neat, reduces the amount of damage this building takes from gunboat abilities. So starting to bring in a bit more different things. The fact that this building has defense against air GBE, kind of neat. You'll notice that no other buildings have that at the second, so maybe they start to apply those to other things. Maybe they can bring that in as a boost in warships. Hopefully not, because I do like the ability to BART out defenses, BART standing for barrage and artillery for those of you who don't know those things, but nonetheless, we are going to load these things up. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, heavies and rifles, and by the way, just I jumped over something here. What you're doing is putting your troops into these buildings, and then your troops are going to shoot from inside that garrison. They're actually going to use that slot and they're going to shoot out of here. So I'll show you that in a second, but let's just do that right now, just for simplifications. Okay, so we are going to attack Code zmot, and you'll notice that he or me has that bunker, and you cannot see what troops are inside, which really does make it interesting. I believe over here I put Cryoneers, and over here I put Laser Rangers, but I can't remember, so we are just going to drop all of our heavies. We're going to throw a couple smokes here and get them underneath that smoke. Bunkers are not CMOs. You don't have a CMO bunker where they can see through smoke. They are just straight up defenses full of troops. And as long as that account has the gold to keep those troops going, there are going to be troops in there. And look at that. We got the Cryoneer actually slowing down our troops. And that is less than ideal. We got a Laser Ranger shooting out of this right one and a Cryoneer shooting out of there. And also, I was going to say looked like there was like a bombardier, but that is from that critter launcher in behind. So brand new defense, and unlike every other defense where you know what's going to happen, the beautiful thing about those bunkers is that you have no idea what troops are going to be in there. There can be bombardiers in there, there can be heavies, and the thing is you can mix and match as much. And look at that, we got the new, as we're getting those boom pass missions figured out, little scroll bars popping up, lots of little nice changes. But as you saw there, as long as you have the space to put troops in, we're going to put one of those, a warrior. Now warriors, and here's the other detail. You can put grenadiers inside. What's the problem with grenadiers is they are actually going to do friendly fire against your own defenses, just like they do in the regular game where they kill your own critters. So I would not recommend putting grenadiers in there quite so much. Same thing with medics. Medics inside are useless. They don't heal your buildings, but we're going to show you one more quick detail as we go back in and attack Code zmot one more time. Need to reinforce those troops. So here is the next detail with that bunker. If we throw all of our GBE on that bunker, look what pops out. Oops, I just murdered them in their sleep. So not what I was hoping to do. We'll do that one more time just so that you guys get the full insight of what we're talking about here. We're going to throw some artillery on top of that bunker and out pops the troops. So you can see we had a Cryoneer and a Zuka in there, and look at that, they're all dressed in red, even kind of neat. And then we throw, and by the way, I don't know if troop skins are properly displayed in this. Like maybe if I have a green tank. By the way, tanks don't go inside, but you get the basic idea. And if we throw those heavies out front, guess what happens? Those troops come out and attack your troops. Really, really, really do like this. So the higher your level troops, the more damage they're going to do from the bunker. Also, the more statues you have, you can see Code zmot only has a green statue. That is just for the lulz, not making a difference. But if there are offensive statues, they are going to help on the defensive side of things. Total mind-bending. We got Chris Angel in the house. So if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out in the comments. I am not going to have the time to cover all of this. And one quick important note that isn't displayed here, a little bit confusing here. Riflemen get a 50% range increase when inside the garrison. Same thing with heavies. So if you throw these guys in, 50% range increase. We're going to get rid of those. Zukas get a 20% range increase. Cryoneers also get that 20% increase. And finally, Laser Rangers, 20% increase. And in testing, Zukas are actually the best troop in the garrison. I assumed it was going to be Bombardiers, but maybe the fact that you only get one. Anyways, you're going to have to play with that. Going to be very interesting to see how that part plays out. And quick note, they're refilled after every single battle. So you can't just attack, barrage the garrison, and then if we go back into here, for example, if we attack one more time, if we throw that artillery on top of that garrison, there are still troops in there. As long as there's the gold to keep those troops rocking and rolling, which is an hourly rate, not a per attack rate. As you can see right about there, you can see that our remaining upkeep is 25,000. So if we throw in Zukas, it goes down to 12,000. So getting your residents upgraded going to be fairly important. And by the way, you'll also notice that we have other things we can still build. So you're going to get a couple extra mines, you're going to get one extra shock mine, and one extra wood storage. Why extra wood? The only thing I can guess is that you can never have too much wood. Now jumping over into, where is it, right about, come on brain, right about, why can I not see the weapon lab? There we go, right about there. If we jump into the weapon lab, we can actually convert prototype modules. So if we get that to level 8, we can convert things. So that's what we are going to do right now, getting that upgrade going. And I know was it level 6 that did nothing useful? So level 8 definitely doing something useful. All of a sudden, we can get rid of these puppies. Come on, why do we not have, we got 99 of those. Let's get, I don't even know how this works. Let's just, okay, so there we go. So if you are short of critical fuses, you can convert them to glow sticks, so you can head to that rave. We are going to convert 30 of them just like that, and a bunch of you have a really hard time saving specific glow sticks or critical fuses or whatever they were. So that convert option just means that if you always want to make a Doom Cannon, you don't have to worry about those gosh darn critical fuses. You can just trade those in for glow sticks and always have enough goodness to make that Doom Cannon. Small quality of life change, but for some of you that's going to make a big difference. For players like me who have like 4 million of each of these parts, not a big deal, but again, small incremental changes just to help the quality of life and get more people using that weapon lab. Now, before we go too far along, I wanted to touch on a few small details. The submarine was bugged for a little while there, where you were no longer getting crystals for your deep dives. This is showing getting just a fragment. That will or should not be the case in the live game. Up here, you will get fragments for those shallow dives, and down deep, you will get crystals. There was a time there where you were only getting shards for the deep dives. They have tried, or they said they fixed it. In the dev build, it doesn't look super fixed. I will make sure I pin them on that, but bringing crystals back to the submarine. Tiny detail, but many of you definitely noticed that. Sent me and other boom tubers that feedback, and we passed it along, and the Boom Beach dev team have apparently fixed it. Now, speaking of things that you guys are unhappy with, Intel, check this out. So on this account, I do have the Boom Pass. So we are going to pick up that goodness. Now, when I say the Boom Pass, I have the premium Boom Pass versus the free Boom Pass. So if you look over in here, check this out. For every 50 points you get, you will be getting 1 intel on the regular Boom Pass and 2 on the premium. So simply for collecting 30 warship chests, you're going to get 4 intel right about there. Also note that we do have that reroll option. So this season, for example, that 20 dives was ridiculous. So we are going to spend 5 diamonds, only 5 diamonds, very cheap. We're going to get rid of that. And now you'll notice that it does start to get, I was going to say expensive, but 5 diamonds, 10 diamonds, 15 diamonds, very cheap to re-roll. I expect those prices to go up in the future, but for right now, that is ridiculously cheap. You could literally just get rid of that one right there, getting a different one. Gunboat energy, yeah, let's use that one. A few troops, no, I don't want to do that. Like, we are still re-rolling, and we still have almost 900,000, almost 1,000,000 diamonds. So very, very, very cheap, and intel up the wazoo. And again, I can't show you without the Boom Pass, but with the Boom Pass, it's 2 intel for every 50. Without the Boom Pass, it's 1 intel for every 50. Hopefully I said that properly. Lots of things to cover. Little bit of excitement from me. The fact that we can skip things, fantastic. The fact that they've brought more intel in, also fantastic. Making these missions more valuable. Now, as far as the rewards go, sticking mostly the same for the second, but lots and lots of good things coming in there. Now, you saw those pins as well. If, for example, you really, really want to focus on that heal troops, you can pin it. It'll be stuck in that first position. Tiny details that will make things better for you, that will make some people happy and everyone else won't really care about. I'm totally cool with those kind of things. Speaking of things that will make people happy, supply chests. I don't know if we can zoom in on that. Yeah, of course we can zoom in on that. Let's do that right about now. Notice 4 out of 8, they've added the ability to stack those supply chests. You can now, yes, they are every 6 hours, which isn't the most popular of changes, but you can stack 8 of them. Just like your warships chests, you can now stack 8 of them, so you can quickly and easily, when you're clearing your map, get all sorts of intel, all sorts of power stones. And so I would highly, highly, highly recommend, if at all possible, getting your victory points up even higher. As soon as you get into that 1100 rank, getting an extra shard per chest is a big, big deal. Going into 8 per chest, like that 1100 rank is a big, big deal, just because you're getting slightly, anyways, you get the idea. Raise your VP up, you get that extra 4th intel per chest as well. So big, big deal. The higher your victory points, the more stuff you get in those chests, and the fact that you can stack 8 of them, awesome. Big, big, like tiny little changes that all add up to big, big stuff. Jumping back to the real game for a second, if you have been living under a rock, do go register for Squad Busters. No, I am not paid to say that, but this troop skin right here and this one right here look insane, and I want them. So if you want a little sneak peek for that, I've got a video over here in the inbox, but also details over here. That skin looks insane. Also, that heavy skin looks ridiculously awesome, and I want them. They are a huge departure from straight up green tanks. There is a lot of excitement for me in these simple skins. So huge shout out for Squad Busters for introducing these skins and having some impact on Boom Beach right away. Anyways, I am going to cut this video off here. Do check down below in the description and the comments. I will give you all of the fixes. I have only highlighted the main big things. There are many, many under the hood, back end, small little changes. So I am excited. The fact is, they could just bolt on headquarters level 27, 28, 29, whatever, but they've decided to do it with specific improvements in mind. This one seems like more of a defensive improvement, but that defense is only going to be at those high XP levels and also at those high headquarters level. Quick note, if you're one of those players who has not gotten max level XP, they have finally implemented an XP fix for all players. So it will recalculate your XP. If you're at XP level 76 and or 73 and you're worried about getting to 74 or whatever it is that headquarters level 26 requires, this fix is gonna pop up once. And you're not going to go from level 55 to 63. This is just dev build silliness, but that is a minor problem that many of you have complained about. It's a tiny detail, but being like fully maxed and not having the most possible XP isn't a great feeling, and they fully empathize. they've fixed that as well. So lots of little things, and I am fully stoked about this. Yes, you might be bored with the main base, but they've brought all sorts of new things into warships. These bunkers might make their way into warships. We don't know how that's going to play out quite yet, but anything new potentially could go to warships. We don't know how that's going to roll out, but the fact that it's here, typically they test things in warships. A little bit of love for the main base. I am very, very excited about that. A little bit of love for task forces with the intel, that boom supply chest, lots and lots and lots of good things. There are 3 pages full of changes, whether it be balancing or improvements or HQ26 or fixes. Lots of good stuff here. Hopefully you guys are excited. If I've missed anything, it will be down below in the comments, but that is it for me. I am zmot. Keep the comments coming. Let me know how you feel about this. I am like 98% certain the devs read and or watch these videos, so your feedback greatly, 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 greatly appreciated. I've probably missed some stuff, but again, comments down below. It is the 25th hour. I am zmot. You are awesome. Keep booming those beaches. Boom Beach is back, baby. Great stuff here. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Peace.